Welcome to Genoa Central. Do want to talk about the isolated player of the game, Elijah Jones, number 62, Ben.
Yeah, and a couple of the words that kept popping up over and over again, and discipline, strength. One of the things that you've got to know about Elijah Jones is that he does live those things. He's not just talking about it. He is actually living it. The kids in ROTC, he's got the discipline in the classroom, in the school. It's not just word fodder for him. It's real. He lives it. And the reason that I thought he was a great pick for the 4B Properties ISO player of the game is because we talked a little bit about it in the pregame. We need to win the physicality battle. We need to take charge. We need to be the bigger, stronger team. And what he does on the defensive line at that defensive tackle position is he has to anchor it.
Yeah.
And he has been so good at getting pressure this year. It just seems like we've played some quarterbacks. We've been so close to getting a lot of sacks and forcing some really long down situations. It would be really nice if he's able to get into the backfield and get his hands on and get a couple of sacks today, because we have been so close. I know that we were it just felt like quarterbacks we've done a great job of getting pressure, and they've just slipped through our fingers because we played some really athletic, shifty quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It'd be great to get a few on the ground, get some long, third and long, fourth and long situations, get some punts. But also in the run game, you want to dominate that tonight, and he's going to be big in terms of trying to dominate it on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I'll tell you what really stuck out to me during that interview was just how much attention to detail he pays to every little thing. Whatever question Ron had, he had an answer, and it wasn't just like a random, round number answer that you would hear. It was like percentage-wise, 82%. Now, you say, 80% of the time, some round number. No, 82%. What do you watch on film? I watch size, strength, and technique. He is very, very much knows what he's looking for, how he can be the most successful. It sounds like knows how to study film and really set himself up for the best position to succeed out on the field. Captains are meeting out on the field. We got number 5, Devin Janelle, 21, David Hutchins, 44, Brandon Jackson, and number 7, Tavian Clegg for the Leopards. As we are nearing kickoff time, probably about 4 minutes away, and one of the neatest things we've seen down here at Genoa Central is the blow-up over there has smoke coming out of the nostrils.
Really cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And as the sun starts to go down, I can see hash marks on the field. I was really afraid that there were none. But now that the sun's kind of going down, the hash marks are revealing themselves. It's kind of like when we were kids and we had those secret pins and you had the decoder, you had to go over the top of it. Now that we're kind of getting the sun to go down, we're able to see some hash marks.
Well, and
which will help us greatly, I think.
For sure. It was also another great point from Coach Fogelman. Not often anymore do these kids come down and play on a natural surface of grass. They're so used to playing on turf, so it'll be interesting to see how Malvern adjusts to that. The footing's a little bit different, the way you dig in, and hopefully it'll be a smooth and easy transition, but that's not always the case.
It almost sounded like there was a Greenwood reference in there somewhere in the coach's show.
Yeah, there was probably, but that was during the time where they talked about the kids playing football in the end zone. That was what I was doing.
Yeah.
Back in those days. Looks like Malvern has won the toss and elected to receive. They're going to be going from left to right. On however you're taking us in tonight, I do want to mention that we are down here in Genoa where there's not a whole lot of service. So if we drop in and out, we promise you we're working on it, and we will come back as soon as possible. But our service down here is not great. So just want you to be forewarned before we ever get going here tonight.
But you should get some great ambient sound because we are in the stands right next to the band, so you're going to hear what we call the sounds of the game.
It's going to sound like the band is on the field. As you hear the Malvern Fight Song Leopards have burst through the run-through and make their way toward the sideline. I tell you what, the temperature dropped probably 5 to 10 degrees just as that sun starts to creep behind the trees back there. And as Ben said, vision became a lot better. Again, this is the opener of the 7-4A conference play for the Leopards, traveling down here to Genoa Central to take on the Dragons. Leopards were successful last year in their bout with the Dragons at home at Leopard Stadium, and they're trying to see if they can build off of that and start the conference season off on the right way. As Ben said, this is one you kind of have to have, because from here it does nothing but get harder.
Absolutely. You know, Genoa just 2 years ago, we're playing 8-man football, and so it's a significant difference when you're trying to go from 8-man to 11-man. We even saw Fountain Lake struggle with that a little bit. They're also just a couple of years coming out of 8-man football, but this is one you got to have, Seth. I mean, this is one, if you feel like you struggle with this one, and we're not trying to say anything negative, it's just different places and where they are in their program history. They're 2 years into 11-man football. If you really struggle with this one, you feel like Harmony Grove next week is going to be really, really tough. And but now let's say this about, got some cannons going on. Let's say this though. I'm going to tell you, when I came out of that Stuttgart game 2 weeks ago, looking at the rankings, seeing Stuttgart ranked number 10 in a lot of the rankings, and thinking, I don't think there are 9 teams in 4A better than Stuttgart. Stuttgart was fast. They were big up front. That defensive line was big and fast. Yeah, they're going to cause problems. I'm not going to be super surprised if they come out of that conference and win it. And to put that in perspective, that's a conference that's got Monticello, Warren, DeWitt. It's a pretty good conference. Yeah, I'm not going to be shocked at all if Stuttgart comes out as the one there. Jacksonville turned around and beat DeWitt. We know Glenrose is good. We've played 3 pretty good football teams to start the year.
Yeah, we did.
So, and I think maybe it's possible that when we scheduled those, we didn't know how tough that non-conference slate was going to be.
Well, you could be right. You know, those was scheduled well in advance. Honestly, I think scheduled before the current coaching regime was even in place. But you know, you play the people who are across the field. Right. It would be nice probably to have gotten Glenrose later in the year when we sure up a little bit things. Because you know, that game had a lot of turnovers, a lot of things where we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot. I think if you play, you know, technically sound in that game, that might be a different result. But that doesn't take anything away from Glenrose. They're a fantastic football team, and I think going to be a real contender in 3A this year for sure. We are excited to get you going here. We have all kinds of kids running through the Dragon tonight as the Dragons finally make their way to the sideline. Looks like we're going to be a little late on kickoff tonight.
And the blow-up Dragon's going back to his lair.
Yeah, well, you know, got to go back to the cave or wherever it is Dragons live.
What's your favorite Dragon story?
You know, that's a great question.
I'm a Lord of the Rings guy myself. There's not a lot of dragons in Lord of the Rings, but you have to go back to The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, okay.
Question. Here's a dragon trivia. What's the name of the dragon in The Hobbit?
You're talking to the wrong guy.
Smaug. S-M-A-U-G.
The only modern reference to dragons is Game of Thrones that I remember, and I didn't see a whole lot of that because I didn't have the network that it aired on. So, but I do know there were dragons in it. So there you go. That's about the extent of my dragon. Right. Was it Lancelot that? Who
Slayed a dragon? I think maybe so. Yeah.
There you go. I hope
that's going way back. That's Arthurian legends.
Well, you know, I hope that everybody was tuning in tonight just for some random trivia.
Teaching literature before kickoff.
It's cross-curricular learning is what we're trying to do. You know, football and, you know, hitting on multiple levels of intelligence, scaffolding. Anyway, Ben, it is, well, almost showtime. As that ball goes off the side of the foot of the kicker, and it rolled about 2 yards before it was downed.
Now they're going to have to figure out, because if he touched it, then we should be getting the ball at about the. Are they going to say it blew off the tee?
No, he definitely touched it. It's like when you take a practice swing in golf and you accidentally hit the ball. But
So, I mean,
it was not a practice kick. He legitimately tried to kick it.
So it should be our ball at about the 41, 42-yard line.
I don't like the way this is looking, though. It's looking like they're going to give him a redo here.
Yeah, I think they're gonna say it blew off the tee. I think it's going to be the or it fell off. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's going to be the explanation.
Now it looks like they're spotting it.
All right, so that'll be Malvern ball right at the 42-yard line. Get your offense on the field. Here we go.
It should be. So interesting start down here in Genoa Central. Malvern will take over on the Dragons side of the field. Looks like around the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for the Leopards.
Looks like something I do in pump passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did not expect that to be the start of the game. Nevertheless, Leopards are going to come out with twins right, split left. Looks like up back going to be off the left side. Clegg's going to line up to the left of Kyler Wright. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Here's the snap. Give going to go to Clegg, running off the right side. Now cuts it up, finds a little bit of room, pushing the pile forward down near the 35-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 36.
And what I do like early is you look at where the line of scrimmage was and you look at where all the offensive linemen ended up. All the offensive linemen ended up 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. That means they moved all the green jerseys 5 yards back. That's a really good start. We talked about wanting to be physical, win the physicality game. I know it's one play, but we won the physicality game in play one.
Give going to go to Janelle up the middle. Breaks off of the first tackle. Not able to get the second one. Still going to pick up a couple as he crosses the 35 down to around the 33-yard line. Brings up about a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and I believe that might have been number 66 for Genoa that Dylan Williamson cut through, shot the gap. We didn't pick him up. Good thing Janelle was just able to power his way forward for some positive yards.
3rd down and 2. Here's the snap. Give going to go to Clegg. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Loss of 1. Back to the Dragon 34, and that's going to make it 4th and 3.
And right now, Genoa's shooting gaps, and right now, in the early going here, offensive line struggling to pick those guys up. And defensive linemen in the backfield really make running the ball difficult.
Yes, it does. So we'll be 4th and 3 for the Leopards. Got a man split to each side. They're going to get the penalty. That's how you slow the shooting gaps right there, Ben. Get them with the fake count.
Yeah, and they were bringing everybody. They're selling out. All the linebackers coming in hard on a run blitz. Maybe if you can cut that aggression down with some hard counts, help your offensive line out a little bit.
Makes it 1st and 10 from the Dragon 29. Low snap, but fielded. Kyler looking to throw deep, looking for Delamar. Just past him. I think he had a step on the defender, but just was not able to run under that one.
Yep, definitely had a step. Was the right read. And it looks like we might have got a little tangled up. Didn't get as clean a release as we would have liked.
Well, that and the low snap, Kyler's pretty tall.
Kind of set the timing off a little bit.
So if you got to go down for that snap, then you're looking up and you're worried about pressure. Here we go, 2nd down. Snap is loose. Kyler's on it. He's going to look to run now. He's got nowhere to go but backwards. So he's just fighting for as much as he can, but it will be a big loss on 2nd down for the Leopards.
Yep, just a bad snap. Probably, looking back, hindsight being 20/20, you fall on it, you save yourself about 4 or 5 yards, but put ourselves in a 3rd and really, really long situation. I would imagine that you may not try to get all of it. If you can get back to about the 30, you probably go for it. If you can get about half of it here.
Here's the snap on 3rd down. Kyler looking to throw. Got Cooper out there complete. He's going to be drugged down near the 35. Looks like they're going to mark him 36, 37.
Yeah,
so
I don't know that that's going to be enough. They may punt this. They're leaving the offense out there though. They could try to hard count him again, pick up 5.
They're going to come to the line, trips right, split left. Clegg's going to be to the right of Kyler. Here's the snap. Kyler rolling to his right, looking to throw. Got a man out there. It's going to go incomplete. That was Davon Ollison.
Yeah, it was a good pass. Unfortunately, dropped it. It would have given us a chance maybe for the first down. He would have. They were closing pretty quickly, but he might have been able to turn up and make a dive for that first down marker.
Yeah, I think that's one of those instances where you got to still pick up a good amount of yardage, and you're just trying to run a little bit before you secure the ball. Got to look that ball all the way in before you run. So the Dragons will take over on downs. They'll have 1st and 10. Looks like they got a receiver split to each side. Pistol-like formation. Give to the back. He's going to be met in the backfield by Brandon Jackson. Drop for a loss. That was number 7, Kenyon Dixon.
That looked like the Brandon Jackson of last year right there. A big motor would cause so much disruption all last year, and it would be great to get Brandon Jackson going again, because when he has that motor going, he can really, really disrupt things when he's in the backfield.
Looks like they got twins to each side now. Going to bring a man in motion from left to right. Looking to throw. Now he's going to be dropped in the backfield. Was that Hutch?
It was, and he kind of pump faked, and Hutch he kind of pulled up a little bit because you don't want to draw that penalty.
Roughing the passer, yeah.
And good thing for Hutch, he saw that he tucked it, finished it off, and now Genoa's got the 3rd and long situation.
I think they just said 3rd and 24 for the Dragons.
So a really good start for that Malvern defense with one big tackle for loss from Brandon Jackson, and then a quarterback sack off the edge from Hutchins.
All right, here we go. 3rd down. Harris looking to throw. Slant route. Going to go through the hands of his receiver, who had some room if he was able to bring it in. That was B.J. Cawley.
And Jabor Jacobs could have dropped the hammer right there, and that's probably going to be one on film where they say this is one where you got to put your shoulder in his shoulder, and because if he catches the ball, if you go past him, it could be a foot race.
It was a foot race. There was nothing but green in front. Punt is away. Not going to be a very good one, but does take a Dragon bounce. Hutch is running it down. We'll pick it up and take off with it. He's going to get up over the 40.
Got a flag down
at 36.
At the 35. And, most players, you would say, just let that thing go. David Hutchins is a playmaker.
Yeah.
And so you just let that guy go out and make plays. We've seen him make plays on offense. We know that he's a great defensive player for us, but we're seeing more and more of his work even on special teams, and he's a gutsy player that if he sees an opportunity, he's going to try to cash in on it. And right there, barring the penalty, which is going to bring it back a little bit, without the penalty, he would have probably given us about another 15, 20 yards to the good.
So Leopards look like they're going to take over at the Dragon 46-yard line, begin their 2nd possession on the opponent's side of the field, just like the first. Give going to go to Clegg, looking to run off the right side, now trying to cut it up over the 30. Going to have enough for the first down to the Dragon 28-yard line.
The right side of that line did a good job of crashing down, creating space for Clegg, and when Clegg's got some open space, he's really, really dangerous.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Twins left, split right. Kyler takes the snap. Give going to go to Clegg again. Up the middle, finds some more room. So he's breaking tackles and driving the pile forward. That is a powerful run by Tavian Clegg.
Powerful run. That interior line did a really good job. You can see the hole from where we are, and it's not a great angle to see it, but we can still see it. And you talked a little bit about Clegg's vision, how it really seemed to pick up 2 weeks ago. That's one being decisive. The whole opening, being decisive and getting through it.
Give to Clegg again. Being patient, trying to find the lane there. Looks like he's going to pick up a few there.
Yeah, he kind of had to let that, I believe, the left guard kind of get his guy past the running lane. Just kind of waited on, put the hand in the back of the guard, and went right off his rear end. Got about half of what we needed.
It is 2nd and goal for the Leopards. Give going to go to Janelle up the middle, and he should score. Touchdown, Malvern.
Big hole on the right side of that line. Did a great job. I don't know that they touched him until he was in the end zone. You have that big, powerful back, and you really don't need anybody big, powerful when they don't get touched.
No, that's one I think you or I could have ran in. I don't know. May have closed down a little bit before we got there. We'll see.
Grass would have tripped me up.
There you go. Cervantes on to attempt the extra point. Hold by Brad Sailing. Good snap, good hold. Kick is away, and it is good. So 6:03 left here in the first quarter. Leopards draw first blood, leading in this one 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. We got a dog on the field, and we're not talking about Devin Janelle.
Yeah, we're like a canine.
Yeah.
Woof, woof. Dog. He got great seats. He's right behind the Leopard end zone.
Yep.
Taking a seat.
Got the field pass.
Got the best view in the house.
Cervantes has the ball teed up for the Leopards. Kick is away.
Good kick.
It is going to go over the head and into the end zone for the touchback. Again, Leopards take the lead on their last drive, finished off by a Janelle touchdown run, leading in this one 7-0.
And would be really, really nice to see that defensive front take charge again here. You know, that's really what kind of set everything in motion. Those first two plays. Brandon Jackson in the backfield for a big tackle for loss in the sack. That front seven took charge early. It'd be really, really nice to see them do that here again early on this drive.
So the Dragons are going to take over from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Twins right, split left, back to each side of Harris. Harris takes the snap, looking to throw. Fade route. Just a little bit overthrown, and he really had a step right there. He was looking for B.J. Coley, same guy who really had a good chance to make a big play last drive.
Yeah, just a hair too long right there, and it sure looks like I believe that's Coach Wilson. He's none too pleased about some secondary work.
He was giving some encouragement on how to get over the top, I believe.
Yeah.
But it will be 2nd and 10 for the Dragons. Gonna stay with Twins right, split left. Here's the snap, give to the back up the middle. This time finds a little bit of a gap. Fights forward, up enough for the Dragon first down. I believe that's Kenyon Dixon on the run.
Genoa, really pretty good game plan here. They're trying to keep it balanced out of that spread, run it, throw it. Have had a couple of chances actually for big plays. We've been fortunate to have them miss by inches in some cases.
Yeah. Will be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Gonna stay with Twins right, split left, move the up back from left to right. Pitch out to Dixon off the right side. This time not gonna be a whole lot there. May have picked up one.
And you could tell that they knew that play. They had practiced that over the course of the week, the Leopards did, because Braylon Clegg almost took that pitch back to the house. He was just a hair late, but that kind of recognition really only comes when you've seen it in practice. That's good coaching. Did a pretty good job there, keeping it to a short gain, but, I mean, just a whisker away from catching that pitch yourself and taking off to the house with it.
4:38 left here in the first quarter. Leopards leading 7-0. It will be about a 2nd and 9 for the Dragons. Give to the back. Able to make a few guys miss as he crosses over the 40-yard line. Going to make it 3rd and short. That was 24 there for Genoa. Braden Adams.
Leopards did a good job of getting into the backfield and caused him to make the cut he didn't want to make, and kind of got an arm on him, had a chance for a tackle for loss. Running back did a pretty good job of sidestepping it, getting upfield, putting him in a 3rd and very makeable position right here for the Dragons.
Yeah, about a 3rd and 3, I would say. Twins left, split right. Harris looking to throw. Fade route again, looking for Cawley. This time, Elijah. Oh, wow.
Just got mossed.
Elijah was in good position and really looked like he was the one that had it first, but Cawley just reaches over him and takes it.
Yeah, he played it about as well as he could. He had that left hand just extended, had it right on. He knew where that wide receiver was the whole time. He turned around perfectly. Mike could get a little higher on the jump. I don't want to nitpick. Did a great job playing it. You just got to give credit to B.J. Cawley. He just went up there and got it. There's a little bit of a height differential there that probably helped him out some.
Stay with Twins left, split right. First down for the Dragons. Give going to go up the middle. Not a lot there. Adams again on the carry. Looks like he picked up 1.
I think they're going to give him another one. They're going to make it 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't call it early.
You were right at first, and then they just kept inching that down marker over a little bit.
I will say that it is probably brighter on your screen than it is here. It is very dark where we are. So if we miss some yardages, apologize. Harris looking to throw towards the end zone, looking for Dixon. Going to go over the head of everybody, incomplete.
And it sure looks like what we're seeing along that defensive front for the Leopards is when they want to kind of go small, they move Brandon Jackson over defensive tackle. I've noticed he's played some defensive tackle. They go a little smaller on the ends. Right now, ISO player of the game, Elijah Jones in a defensive tackle. That pushes Brandon Jackson back out to the outside. So kind of got different 3-man front, 4-man fronts, depending on what they want to see out of this spread. They'll go even, they'll go odd some.
Be 3rd and 8 for the Dragons. Shift the up back over. Harris pitches out to Dixon, looking to run outside. He's running out of room quick as he's going to be drug out of bounds by Jeremiah Jimerson.
Yeah, and he did a great job of tracking that down. Read it really well. Did a good job of not overrunning it and allowing the running back to cut up field. Did a good job of staying in front, using the sideline as another defender, and Leopards with an opportunity to get off the field here on defense. Got to stop this 4th and 9.
Yeah, it looks like they did actually lose a yard there, so it is 4th and 9, as Ben said. 2:29 left here in the first quarter. Again, Leopards leading 7-0. Dragons come to the line. Twins left, split right. Harris takes the snap, looking to throw. Slant route, complete. Can't tell where the mark is, though.
I think they're going to get him about a yard pass.
So it will be a first down for the Dragons, and that wasn't terrible coverage there either. Just a nice pitch and catch. That was Clegg.
Yeah, I think that was Clegg on defense, and looked like we were sitting back playing in a zone, and wide receiver did a good job of knowing where that marker was, sitting tight right at that yardstick. And the quarterback, I'm going to tell you what, the kid's thrown some pretty good balls today. That slant route that was nearly caught by Cawley was really, really good throw. A couple just off the fingertips. Threw that one right into the chest. Knew where the first down was.
Looks like Genoa is going to have to use their first timeout of the half. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Leopards leading in this one 7-0. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, this is State Representative Rick McClure. Over the years, it's been a joy to cheer on the Leopards with their winning traditions. It's also good to know that our students are in the great hands of a committed, hard-working staff of Malvern School District. We wish the best for all of our Leopard sports and all the activities this school year. God bless.
Well, welcome back to Genoa Central. Getting some feedback here from the crowd, as we are men of the people tonight, Ben.
That's right. As it happens a lot in 4A football, you make do, and Steve and Mary Laverne do a great job of making great amenities when not many are given sometimes.
Give up the middle, and there is nothing there. He was met immediately, looks like by Hathcock and Brandon Jackson. Dixon on the carry.
And you get a nice tackle for loss, and that's really that's pretty important when you're down here inside the red zone. But I tell you that they've done pretty good against the run. Genoa's had a couple of nice little runs, but where they've had some success is in the passing game, particularly wide receivers hitting spots and quarterback hitting a spot.
Second down, Harris, pitch out to Dixon. Tries to cut it up this time. Has more success as he will cross back over the original line of scrimmage. Make it around to 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8 or 9. Kind of tough to tell from the angle.
And I mean, the clock, this has been a fast-moving first quarter. We're already under a minute. Got about 42 seconds left in the first quarter, and just tick-tock, tick-tock.
3rd and 8, going to pitch it out to Dixon again. Going to be pushed out of bounds. We'll see how much of a gain it is.
I think that was Aaron Pinkston that chased him down from the defensive end position. Kind of a hybrid defensive end, outside backer type of a play, and read it well, and much like Jimerson did earlier, did a good job of staying just enough in front that he couldn't cut upfield, didn't use that boundary as another defender, and Leopards have another opportunity to get off the field.
Yeah, it is 4th and 6 for the Dragons. Snap, Harris, jet sweep action. He's going to be met in the backfield by Brandon Jackson, and he hangs on and drags him down. Leopard defense gets the stop.
And this is the Brandon Jackson that we saw for most of last year and a lot of his sophomore year. He's a difference maker. When that motor's going, he can be so disruptive, and this has easily been his best quarter of work this year. He's been a nightmare. He's been an absolute terror for Genoa here in the early going.
Genoa did not stop the clock, so we're going to have a reset of time here. Got the hand signals going on. Leopard's gonna take over. 1st and 10. Can't really tell what yard line, but it's on our side of the field after about the 19. Prolonged drive by the Dragons was shut down for a turnover on downs. Yeah, we got the light over here to keep stats. Still working on the clock issue. As we, it went all the way back to 8 minutes and 21 seconds.
We might have to break out more Dragon trivia at this rate, Seth.
I'm about tapped out.
Oh, tapped out? Is that a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat reference?
Okay, now we're talking my language here. Some great matches between him and the Nature Boy.
Oh, yeah. And I would still argue, since we're talking about dragons and Ricky the Dragon, WrestleMania 3, Macho Man, Ricky Steamboat, maybe the best WrestleMania match of all time.
Oh, yeah. The cream always rises to the top.
That's one of my favorite promos.
Macho Man had some good ones.
Yeah. I think we still don't have it right.
No, they're just going to say they're going to keep time on the field.
Okay, and then I guess they'll reset it to 8 afterwards. So if I'm Coach Fogelman, I just run it right here and let it tick on down.
I think I heard the PA say 24 seconds left in the half. So here we go. 1st and 10. Give going to go to Clegg. He's got some room off the right side. Now cuts up. He's got a lot of room. He might have reservations for 6. One man to beat. He's going to pull up. Touchdown, Tavian Clegg.
But what we don't know is, did it take 26 seconds?
I don't know.
Well,
Probably not. There's 13 seconds.
Now we got
now.
13 seconds on the clock.
If so, then
So we're not done. We still have some more first quarter action to go.
yeah, I would. Stephen, if you're listening, no, that would not take him 26 seconds to run that far. Our apologies. But it was a nice run by Clegg. Gets into the end zone as the Leopards extend their lead. Cervantes on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is away, and it is good. So we think there's 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Leopards leading in this one 14-0. We'll be back after this.
The Malvern Daily Record is Hot Spring County's only daily news source. We've covered the county since 1916. With unlimited print and digital access, we keep you connected more with your community. The Daily Record includes area news and happenings, city and county government news, schools, sports, and much more. Stay engaged, informed, and active with a subscription to your local newspaper. It is delivered daily through the post office. To subscribe or advertise, contact us today at 501-337-7523.
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. Down in Texarkana, Arkansas, Leopards extend their lead, now leading in this one 14-0. We think there's 13 seconds left in the first quarter. As Cervantes jogs at 129 total yards.
Oh, that's Clegg.
Oh, just Clegg. Clegg has 129 yards in the first quarter.
Not bad for a quarter of work.
Yeah. 129 and a touchdown is a good first quarter. We talked in the pregame. Tavian Clegg really starting to come into his own this year. Cervantes, kick is away, going to go over the head for the touchback, second touchback.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I really like this new philosophy of just kicking the ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's I like that. Just take the return out of it. I mean, well, because we've done the sky kick thing, and you tend to give the ball up at the 35 or sometimes the 40-yard line. Sometimes they even take off running with it, and they get to midfield.
4 seconds ran off on the kick. I know.
I like the idea of just putting the ball in the end zone and letting them start at the 20-yard line.
It will be 1st and 10. As Ben said, from the 20 as a lineman runs on late for the Dragons.
Does he know the play? Somebody better tell the kid to play.
I don't know. Pinkston may be coming hot here. Twins right, split left. Here's the snap, give, up the middle, spin move,
Yep.
but unable to go anywhere as he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
I think you may have called it. I think it may have been Pinkston that made the tackle right there.
There you go. And that will do it for the first quarter. So Leopards leading in this one 14-0. We'll be back after this.
At MNB, we know that every customer is different. That's why we provide one-on-one guidance from our lending professionals. Our dedicated team understands the importance of taking that next step, and we offer our customers superior financial products and services. Put the strength and stability of MNB to work for you, with loan structures tailored to help you make sound financial decisions. Come see what banking with a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. Leopards leading this one after the first quarter 14-0 after a long touchdown run from Tavian Clegg and a much shorter but more powerful run by Janelle for the touchdown as well. So Leopard ground game has really been on display up until this point. Really, I think we've only thrown like 2 or 3 passes so far, Ben.
And I think we can go back to the pregame. We talked about you really want to leave this game feeling like you physically dominated the football game, and it's hard to feel like you did that when you throw the football around all the day. So running the football and trying to set the tone and assert your manhood, as it would be, in the game. You can't really do that in the passing game, so you have to do that in the running game. I'm sure that has a lot to do with it, because we better be ready to be physical next week, because we're looking at the dead T right in the face.
Harris takes the snap, looking to throw. Fade route again as the Leopards are running stride for stride with the intended target. I believe that was Colley again.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 Leopards running stride for stride with him. Really good coverage.
Yeah, corner never left, and then safety was working his way over the top.
Safety's got to watch his eyes because they were streaking that another wide receiver on a post behind it.
Twins right, split left. Harris looking to throw. Going to be rushed, and at that time, Jeremiah Jimerson gets home for the sack.
And when I played, we used to call this double bell. This is what Phil Clem would call double bell. You're blitzing 2 guys on the outside, one inside the outside guy and one outside, and he's got to make a decision. He decided to try to pick up the outside rusher, which was Hutchins, and the inside guy not touched.
So we'll be 4th down for the Dragons.
Still having problems with the clock.
On for the punt. Good snap. Punt is away. This one is going to bounce and take another Dragon. Good bounce, but it will be Delamar on the return. He's going to pick up about 10 or 12. And again, the Leopards will take over in Dragon territory. 3 out of 4 drives tonight.
And this one in really, really deep territory. I mean, this is going to be on about the 36, 37-yard line, depending on where it's marked, maybe even close to the 35. I think it's going to be all the way up to the 35. So this is one where you definitely want to cash in your chips right here and put 7 more points on the board. And it's one where now you feel like you can go ahead and take a shot, maybe run a little play action or something, because you're in 4-down territory anyway. So you wonder if he might dial up a shot at the end zone right here.
MJ Collins split out here on the left side. Here's the snap. Fake the give.
There it
Kyler
is.
looking to throw. Oh, he had Collins wide open,
yeah.
but it's going to be intercepted by Colley. He's on the return. He will be dropped around the line of scrimmage. Kyler's going to look back at that film and realize he missed Collins because Collins was standing by himself in the end zone.
Yeah, and Coach Fogelman was thinking exactly what we were thinking. Run some play action, get the quarterback outside the pocket. You had the guy deep. If the safety goes with him, then you probably do make that pass.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The safety bid on that particular route. That's one where you're probably looking and thinking should have 7 more points on the board right here.
Dragons will take over, 1st and 10 from around their own 37-yard line.
Let's go, D!
Receiver split to each side, back to each side of Harris. Give going to go to Adams up the middle. Nothing there. He's going to be dropped for a loss. I believe that was Jackson who had him first.
Yeah, he just keeps piling the numbers up today. And also Brad Sailing in there, another one of those sophomores.
So we'll make it 2nd 11 for the Dragons.
You know, we're definitely graduating some linebackers this year, so it's nice to see some of those sophomores like Brad Sailing step into that linebacker role, because that is such a pivotal position on defense. You got to have some youngsters out there to keep it going.
Give met in the backfield. Clegg all over him. Braylon Clegg, that is.
And that front 7 for the Leopards, I mean, they have kept putting Genoa back in 3rd and long situations. Now the quarterback's made some nice throws. So now this is one where the back end's got to make sure they understand all their roles and responsibilities. But, man, if you can get some pressure without having to blitz, that's the ideal situation. If you can do it without having to blitz, and you're in much better position. But I see Hutch. I'll be a little surprised if maybe he doesn't get a little pressure right here.
I'd be looking to guard Colley for sure. Harris looking to throw. Going to go over the head and incomplete. Bring up 4th down. That time looking for number 2, Austin Fouch.
And for a moment, he actually had a guy open there. Zach Deaton was running that deep out right around where the line to gain would have been. I think maybe the pressure got to him. He wasn't able to quite get that one off, but it was open for a first down opportunity.
So punt formation for the Dragons will be Hutch and Delamar back to receive for the Leopards. Punt is away off the side of the foot this time. Going to go backwards and downed near the 44-yard line, where the Leopards will take over 1st and 10.
And once again, the Leopards with pretty good field position.
Yeah, really the only time that we didn't, it was a one-play drive to the house. Oh, no. No.
We're close enough to the action. Might could have heard somebody.
We could have. It's possible. So Leopards take over 1st and 10 from the Dragon 44-yard line. Go with twins right, split left. Looks like Jacobs at quarterback. Here's the snap. Looks to run himself. Takes it up the middle. Pushing the pile forward. Going to have a nice pickup on 1st down. About 6 or so.
And so what we're seeing is we're seeing Kyler on the field and Jacobs on the field. And so that's an interesting dynamic. Kind of reminds me of what the Razorbacks used to do. They used to have, remember they used to have Robert, what's his name in that? Lunny on the field at the same time.
Casey Dick.
Yeah.
Throw out complete to Jacobs. Crosses the 30 down to around the 28-yard line. I always think of Casey Dick on the DMAC run at LSU, where he came back and threw that big block to spring him.
Robert Reed, that was his name. They had Robert Reed and was that wasn't Lunny, was it?
I don't know.
We had the dual quarterback deal, and he was kind of playing half wide receiver, half quarterback.
You might be talking before my time.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Robert Johnson played a little bit of quarterback and receiver as well.
Yeah. That's who I'm saying, Robert Johnson.
Oh, okay, there we go. Going to be Jacobs on the carry up the middle. Lowers his head, still pushing the pile. Look at Jacobs go. Take it all the way, sir. Still pushing him all the way down inside the 10. What a powerful run by Jabari Jacobs.
And that's what can happen. You know, now he has played a lot of quarterback leading up to high school, was the starting quarterback for the junior high team, went to Hot Springs, kind of, I think, got moved over to wide receiver while he was there, came back. So he's not unaccustomed to the quarterback position. And so, you know, having him and Kyler on the field at the same time, I could see where you're giving teams a lot to look at on film when they're both on the field at the same time.
For sure. Here we go, 1st and goal. Give going to go to Clegg. Pushing forward inside the 5-yard line down to around the 3, I believe. Make it 2nd and goal for the Leopards.
And the clock is working now. We're under 8 minutes. So Jacobs going back on the field. So, you know, right now, if you're a defense, you don't know who's going to be lining up at quarterback.
Looks like Jacobs is going to be on one side of Kyler. This looks like the power formation. Low snap, balls on the ground. And I believe the Dragons may have fell on it. They did. The Leopards turn it over again, this time deep in their opponent territory. That low snap has been a little bit of an issue tonight.
Yeah, it cost us real early in the first quarter. Kyler had to track it down. Didn't cause a turnover the first time. That one, unfortunately, you know, the football's oblong. It doesn't bounce real easy. It's hard to catch.
Well, the problem is,
bounce is funny.
Kyler turns to go try to get the ball, and then you got Janelle coming in for the handoff, and they run into each other. And then the Dragons right there to just jump on the ball. So they do take over.
But it doesn't roll straight.
No. It's like an egg, a dragon egg. Give to the back. Going to be dropped in the backfield.
And there's a helmet on the ground, so somebody's coming out for a play. It's going to be one of ours.
I think that's Pinkston. Dragons go backwards. Looks to about their own 5-yard line or so.
So now Kyler's out there playing defensive end, and you know, I'm going to tell you, last year when we had Brandon Jackson and Kyler playing defensive end, you just felt like you were going to get pressure, you were going to seal the edge. With Kyler playing quarterback, obviously he can't have your quarterback playing both ways every play. But you feel comfortable with him out there. He's a heck of a defensive end.
Quarterback sneak here. May have picked up a gain of 1 or 2 there. Not a lot. Still going to be 3rd and about 11, I believe.
You're looking at the score, and it's only 14-0, and you feel like you've had opportunities to put 2 or 3 more touchdowns on the board. I think that's probably going to be the conversation at halftime, is you've left probably 21 points
at least 14
off the scoreboard, you know.
So here's 3rd down. Harris looking to throw, fade route. Going to be complete, and he's off to the races. One man to beat is Jacobs. He's giving chase, and he is going to trip him up and save the touchdown around the Leopard 10-yard line. That was Brennan Taylor on the reception for the Dragons. We got a flag here?
Got a clean release.
There is some flag back here. The side judge, it could just be a sideline warning.
I think that's what it's going to be.
Yep, sideline warning.
Wide receiver got a clean release, and I'm going to tell you, the quarterback has dropped a few dimes here today. And
that was a good pass.
Dropped that one right in the breadbasket.
Tremendous hustle play by Jacobs, though. I mean, he had no angle. It was just all pure speed to try to catch him, not give up on the play.
Now that defensive line has got to bow their neck up a little bit here, get some more negative plays.
Will be 1st and goal for the Dragons from the 10-yard line. Quarterback sneak.
It's an interesting strategy that they've got going here, because like they've not been getting a great push against our defensive line, and so it's just an interesting decision to try to.
Looks like he picked up maybe 2 there. Oh, maybe they'll say 3. Maybe that's it. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, Ben. You can do that on a grass field.
You can do the cloud of dust here, yeah. Now they go spread.
Twins left, split right, 2nd and goal.
That's a pistol, I think.
It is a pistol. Fakes the give to Dixon Harrison, roll out just past the intended receiver's hands. He was looking for that up back, Isaac Spiros.
Yeah, and I mean, they might have gotten a couple of 3 yards there. Breaks a tackle, maybe he can score, but that's one that you may counsel that quarterback in the film room, one little pump fake cut up field, because I think he might have been able to get into the end zone if he can get that linebacker to take one more step. It's guarding that running back, sneak in behind him.
4:55 left here in the half. Leopards leading 14-0.
I think Genoa may be calling a timeout to think about this play.
Genoa takes their 2nd timeout. We'll be back after this.
LifePoint Church is a church where people from all types of backgrounds and generations come together to love God, inspire others, foster faith, and enjoy life. Join us on Sunday mornings at 10:30 for worship and encouraging messages. On Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30, we have different programs for kids of all ages, 3 through 12th grade. LifePoint Church is located at 25741 Highway 67 in Malvern, next to Arbor Oaks. For more information, go to our website, lifepointmalvern.org, or on social media at LifePointMalvern.
Welcome you back to Genoa Central.
I've been on the 20 all night long.
Yeah, I know. So it will be 3rd and goal from around the Dragon 7 or 8 yard line. Twins right, split left. Harris takes the snap, looking to throw. Now going to be flushed out to his left. Going to take off with it and able to break the first tackle, but the cavalry was coming behind, so it will bring up a 4th and goal situation for the Dragons around the 5 yard line.
Yeah, I believe that was Hutchins that strung him out wide, and it might have been our 4B ISO player of the game, Jones, that got all the way across the field from his defensive line position to clean it up. And now you've got 4th and goal And again, the Leopards have an opportunity to get off the field right here. When it looked like they had a for sure touchdown, if they don't score, you gotta take those points off the board to Jacobs for tracking him down.
Here's the snap, rolling to his right. Harris looking to throw, now going to tuck it upfield, and he is going to be dropped short. Leopard defense holds, and he's hurting pretty good. So as you said, Ben, you got to give credit to the hustle play there of Jabari Jacobs. So it would have been easy to just kind of say, all right, well, he's gone. Not going to worry about it. But he chases him down, able to make the tackle, and then the Leopard defense holds 4 plays in a row. Unfortunately, we do have an injured Dragon down on the field.
I believe that's the quarterback. And you hope he's able to
he's up,
be okay, and he's definitely hurting. I don't know if it's the way that he went down. I really was afraid it was a break. He is walking on the leg, so you hope it's a twist or a sprain.
I have a physical therapist friend who, anytime you ask him any kind of injury in football when it relates to fantasy football, he always says lower extremity.
Yeah.
So that is what we'll call it.
Well, the kid's made some amazing throws today. I mean, really has thrown some incredible passes and
able to put more and more pressure on as he walks off. So hopefully that will not be the end for Harris. As Ben said, he has really made some big plays for the Dragons.
And then you got to give, even though the defense gave up the big play, you got to give them credit bowing their neck down here at the goal line, getting the stop. We've been talking about how good the field position for the Leopards has been all day. This is about as bad as it gets.
Yep. 1st and 10 for the Leopards, deep in their own territory. Hand going to go to Clegg, able to make a couple guys miss, and it for a second looked like he was about to have his second big burst of the night, but instead looks like it's going to be a gain of around 7 or 8.
Yeah, so important when you're down in the shadow of your own end zone to just get upfield, get past the line of scrimmage, get you some breathing room. Once he did that, he made that little shift, that little juke back to the middle, and it looked like he was going to be able to cut it and go. Genoa was able to track him down.
2nd down. Give going to go to Clegg off the right side. Now cuts it up, finds some more room. And he is finally going to be drugged down as he crosses the 30-yard line up to around the 32. 1st down for Malvern.
Yeah, I think what the Leopards are figuring out, if you can just give Clegg some space, he can get some chunk yards for you. And that right side of the offensive line is where he's had a lot of those chunk plays happen. They do a really good job of crashing down, letting him get off tackle, get right behind that right tackle's rear end, and get upfield.
1st and 10, back split to each side of right. Give going to go to Jacobs. Able to make the first guy miss and fall forward. Pickup of about 3 on 1st down.
Clock not a big issue. You're under 3 minutes.
Do have all 3 timeouts left. Dragons have 1, I believe.
And when you've got kids on the team that have the opportunity for chunk plays, you feel like if you don't turn the ball over, you take care of business, you're going to get 1 or 2. Just take care of the football. Pick up your 1st downs.
Jacobs on at quarterback, brings a man in motion, fakes the give to him, going to keep it himself. Jacobs gets upfield. Enough for the 1st down as he crosses the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and there's one of those chunk plays right there to get you the 1st down. Just gives you a different element.
Clock is not stopping on 1st down.
Well, that probably is to our benefit right now.
Yeah. So Twins right, Twins left. Here's the snap. Give going to go to Clegg up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles, and I believe the ball might have come out.
See. Yep, it did, and they gave it to Genoa.
Yep, so ball comes out, and Leopards turn it over again.
Turnovers really plagued the Leopards here.
Saw the same thing against Glen Rose, and like we said, really cost them that game. This one still leading in this one 14-0, but that is the 3rd giveaway of the night.
Yeah, this is not one where I would necessarily want to be in the locker room at halftime, because these are a lot of us just shooting ourselves in the foot things. This is not necessarily a lot of things that the other teams are doing that we're struggling with. We're just not taking care of the fundamentals.
Give goes to Dixon off the left side. He's going to be dropped for a loss of 1 there on first down.
Now defensively, I think you got to give the gold star to that front 7. They've done excellent today. Really done a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage. You know, you talk about, I think in the first play of the game, we talked about how we moved the line of scrimmage forward. Well, our defensive line is moving the line of scrimmage in the other direction.
Yeah.
He said 5 lost yardage carries in a row.
5 lost yardage carries in a row. 2nd and 11. Give to Dixon again. Well, why don't we make it 6? As that time, Sailing and Brandon Jackson meet him in the backfield.
And I mean, that front 7 has really controlled the line of scrimmage the entire football game. And now you got to watch the back end. This is where, you know, they like to throw that fade. You got to figure it's coming. You wonder if the Leopards might go 2 safeties deep right here.
Will be 3rd and 13 for the Dragons.
There are 2 safeties deep. You wonder if this is going to be a cover 2 look.
It's going to be a timeout for the Dragons.
Yeah, you just wonder if maybe the Leopards might go 2 safeties deep, one that makes sure in case they have wide receivers running those go routes along the sideline, you've got 1 safety. Right now you got to tell them, you got to make sure that you stay behind the wide receiver that you're on the side that you have responsibility for.
Well, with the clock where it is, it wouldn't shock me if you don't, you know,
maybe go cover 4 maybe.
And, you know, give a little bit more cushion off. There's 21 seconds showing on the clock. You know, I'm not going to venture to guess that is actually the correct time, or if the officials are keeping it on the field. They've had a few clock issues here, and that's not trying to take a jab at anybody. I'm just saying that I legitimately don't know if the clock is correct or if the referee is keeping it himself. But that was the 3rd and final timeout for the Dragons as the play clock was running low.
Yeah, a lot of cushion back here for the secondary. Yeah, it's cover 4.
Snap, looking to throw over the middle, incomplete, goes through his receiver's hands. Jacobs on the coverage there.
And really, this I would imagine you got to punt this if you're Genoa, because even though there's only 14 seconds left, if you don't get it and you're giving the Leopards an opportunity to take a shot at the end zone. And if you're the Leopards, you may go after it. You may try to block one here.
Will be Delamar and Hutchins back deep to receive for the Leopards.
We tend to try to set up returns, but we may go after the Hutchins going after.
No, Hutchins.
Oh, that's not. Who is that?
That's
28. Oh, that's Morley.
Yep, Morley. Going to be fielded by Delamar. He's looking to get to the outside. Finds a little bit of room. We got a flag flying as we're probably going to score here, but it may be coming back. Delamar gets into the end zone. We do have a flag way back around the 30-yard line.
That's usually where you get a block in the back.
One of the Dragons looks like he was a little bit injured from the possible block in the back.
It's really easy on punt returns, especially for a guy to run by you and you clip him.
So it may be halftime?
Yep. I think it's going to be halftime. I think this is probably going to be a... Yep.
There you go. So Coach Fogelman is going to want a little bit of an explanation, but nevertheless, it is going to be halftime here at Genoa Central with the Leopards leading 14-0.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Kick is away to begin the second half. This one's going to be bound and be caught inside the 5. Ooh. Dixon on the return, going to get up over the 20 and then be driven back from there. So it's actually going to be more beneficial than a touchback there for the Leopards.
Yeah, and I mean, just really, really good coverage by the Leopards. Looked like number 45, Henry Ivey, was the guy to put the first hat on him right there. And I mean, that had enough heat on it, a little mustard on it. They're probably going to look back and say, you know what, maybe next time we're going to let that thing go through the end zone. Yeah. We'll just take it to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, 20's not too bad. As it is, looks like they're going to have it around the 16 or 17-yard line. First and 10 for the Dragons. Twins right, split left. Harris takes the snap, give up the middle. Able to find a little hole here. Going to have enough for the first down, I believe, is Adams.
Yeah, and that's one of their better rushing plays of the day for sure. They believe they finished the first half with negative yards rushing as a team.
Leopards up over 200 yards rushing in the first half. 167 by Clegg.
And right there, the Leopards giving a cover one look. What that means is there's one safety deep, and they're playing man-to-man coverage on those outside wide receivers. They've had some success throwing those deep fades. You wonder if they get that look again, if they might take a shot at one of these corners, because we got one safety back again.
First and 10, give to the back. Bouncing off the left side again, finds some room.
Two good runs in a row for Genoa. You wonder if they kind of went back, saw something that they liked, talked about some sort of an adjustment that they could make.
Adams again on that carry. Looks like he picked up around 8.
But a good, strong start for the Dragons running the football, which after that first drive, they struggled mightily running the football against the teeth of that Leopard defense.
I believe the quarterback had to limp off there, so we might have a new quarterback in. Send a man in motion from left to right. Going to pitch it out to Adams. This time going to be met by Hutch for a loss. Hutch and Brandon Jackson.
Yeah, and Hutch just played that absolutely beautiful. I mean, you can't play it any better. Set that outside arm, didn't let the Genoa blocker get outside of him. He sealed the edge and also set the line of scrimmage. So he forced him back in. Good job by Brandon Jackson, trailing, crashing down the line, clean it up. Because he came from the other side of the field. I mean, he's playing that right end position and made the tackle all the way on the other side of the field.
3rd and 6, give up the middle. Going to fall forward, but only for about 2 or 3. That'll bring up 4th down for the Dragons.
And I suspect they're going to be punting the football right here.
Delamar and Hutch back deep to receive for the Leopards. We remember Delamar had the long return earlier, negated by the block in the back.
Both of these guys have fielded some bouncing punts today.
Low snap. Ooh. Kick does get away. And it is just going to kind of die like a wedge shot right around the Leopard 41-yard line.
We talked a little bit about what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the defense get a stop, offense come out and kind of assert themselves. Well, part 1 taken care of. Defense took care of their end. Would really like to see the offense take care of business right here. Try to make a statement on this first drive of the second half.
Leopards leading in this one 14-0 as they come out for their first offensive possession of the second half. Twins right, split left, back to each side of Kyler. Here's the snap give, going to go to Clegg off the left side, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield as there was Dragons everywhere.
And there we try to run that to the left side. And when we've run that to the right side, we've had a lot of success. Not so much when we tried to run it to the left right there and put ourselves behind the chains pretty dramatically. We don't really have down and distance on this, but it looks like 5. It looks like we lost 5 or so. Would you say 5 or 4?
4.
Maybe 4.
Yeah. 2nd and 14. Oh, they're going to pick up a few there. Ooh.
No, they didn't. They said they did not cross the neutral zone.
Looked like they did. Trips right, split left. Fakes the give to Clegg. Will be Kyler keeping himself, and there's not a lot there. He's may have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was absolutely hog-tied there by Skylar Bryant. Number 54 just rolled him up like a burrito.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 14 for the Leopards. Twins to each side. Clegg going to line up to the left of Kyler. Here's the snap. Kyler looking to throw. Got a man out there, Jacobs, but unable to bring it in.
It was the right read. He was open. Leopards going to punt this one away.
Yeah, I believe this is the first punt of the game for the Leopards. Hathcock jogs out to kick the ball away. Fourth and 14. 7:48 left here in the third.
Oh.
High snap, but fielded. Punt
That's
away.
going to roll for a little bit.
Yep. Lands at the 30, still rolling forward for the Leopards, up to around the 27-yard line, where the Dragons are going to take over from there, 1st and 10.
Going to net about 35 on that. My old high school coach would say that dog will hunt. Hey.
I think that's on the in the meeting room, up on the wall.
So that Leopard defense back out on the field. Got to get another stop.
It is 1st and 10 from the Dragon 27-yard line. They're going to have a back to each side of Wallace, the new quarterback. Give up the middle, has some room, gets up over the 40. We'll have enough for a Dragon first down.
Genoa's made some really nice adjustments in their run game. You know, we talked about how much they struggled, negative yards rushing in the first half. Their first 2 drives, they've had a series of nice runs to start the third quarter. They picked up on something upstairs, and
Braden Adams been finding some room in the middle. It's going to be a pistol-like formation. Adams behind Wallace, fakes the give. Wallace looks to keep it himself out to the right side, and he's going to be dropped right around the line of scrimmage, but I believe there's going to be a hold called on the Dragons.
Yeah, and the flag's got it down right around the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be coming all the way back. And they've, you know, when you run the ball that as effectively as they have to start this quarter with those runs right up the middle, and then you pull it and you take off with the quarterback, you can catch people sleeping. Oh, they're going to come over here and run a quick one maybe.
First down for the Dragons.
I don't think they were set before that guy went in motion.
Wallace pitches it, ball's on the ground. It's going to go out of bounds.
They're going to call it an incomplete pass, but it looked like a lateral to me.
I guess he said the pitch was forward.
No, I don't think it was. I mean, that's what Coach Fogelman's saying. He does not think it was forward either. Well, we're not at a great angle, but it did not look forward from where I'm sitting. But I would almost say that they didn't get set before they ran that guy in motion either. He may have a problem with that.
Well, that is, something to watch. This is a new quarterback. Not sure how much experience he's had this year taking snaps and looking for things like that. So we'll be second and about 20. Got a man split to each side, back to each side of Wallace. Wallace looking to throw.
Oh, he just took a shot.
But he completed the pass. He did. Slant route really just perfectly placed where only the receiver could get it.
And you just got to give the quarterback, you just got to tip your hat to the quarterback right there, because he took one right on the chin and delivered an absolute strike.
And honestly, the receiver there, you're
caught it in traffic.
You're coming,
made a
you
heck
know
of a
guy's
catch.
coming right at you, and you hang on to it.
And how big was that penalty, that hold? Because even with the completion,
it's 3rd and 8.
Genoa sets them up 3rd and long right here.
Wallace takes the snap, looking to throw again. This time it's going to be picked off by David Hutchins right at the Dragon 45-yard line.
Yeah,
Good job of reading his eyes.
Yeah, just set in right into that zone. Stood tall. He was in front of the wide receiver the whole time, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty much from the snap, stared down by Wallace, and Hutch just realizes and reads the eyes perfectly, makes the play for the Leopard defense.
And there's going to be a lot to like when this defense gets into the film room and they look at what they've done through the first half and 6 minutes or so.
Trips left, split right. 1st and 10. Gibbs going to go to Clegg off the right side. Looks like he picks up maybe 2 or 3.
And where the Leopards really dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball in the first half, Genoa Central's looked pretty good on, right at the, I'm talking about in the trenches. The Leopards dominated the trenches in the first half. I would say the early edge to who's winning the battle at the line in the first part of this second half would be the Dragons, to be honest with you.
Yeah. 2nd and 8 for the Leopards. Kyler takes the snap, give, going to go to Clegg up the middle. Pushing Powell forward up over the 40. Looks like he's going to come up about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down.
And I really like this situation for the Leopards. I hope they just go power right here. Hat on a hat, man to man. Run it right at them. Let's see if that's what we do. 2 downs to get 2 yards.
Here's the snap, give, going to go to Janelle.
You love it.
He's got plenty of room for the first down as he crosses all the way over the 30.
Yeah, you just put yourself in the mindset that the bigger, baddest man's going to win this on 3rd and 2. And you give it to your big, strong power back, which is Janelle. Move the chains. Really need to come out of here with some points. Get that offense a little bit of confidence.
Twins left, split right. Pistol formation. Give, going to go to Clegg. Able to make the first guy miss in the backfield. Now gets to the outside. Cuts it up. Really good job by Clegg of making a few guys miss and picking up a positive play on first down.
Yeah, and that was all Clegg. They had an opportunity to get him in the backfield. Got a little squirrely. Was able to get to the outside. Almost pick up the first down.
Twins right, split left, 2nd and 1. Give going to go to Clegg off the right side. Finds some room, gets to the outside, and he will, maybe? Nope, they're going to say he's out. Thought he might have gotten into the end zone, but they're going to say they got him short. It'll be a 1st and goal situation for the Leopards.
And that right side is where Clegg has had a lot of success in this football game. Now you get into 1st and goal from well inside the 5-yard line. Janelle coming back in. He's your big power back. So you've got Janelle really in an up-back situation.
Yep. Kyler takes the snap, give, going to go to Clegg.
I think he got in there.
Well, it looks like they're going to say he stopped at the goal line.
Boy, it looked like he had kind of wiggled his way in deep enough to score.
Kind of tough to tell from our
But I guess he's going to be just a hair short. They got it marked about a half a yard short, though. So some work left to do.
Twins right, split left, 2nd and goal. Here's the snap. Looks like Kyler's going to keep it himself, and he will score. Touchdown, Malvern.
Yeah, you really like having the big, tall quarterback down around the goal line because they really don't even have to get positive yards. They just have to get back to the line of scrimmage and then lean.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a lot easier when you don't get touched.
Yeah. Keep the jersey nice and clean. You can actually get grass stains.
You absolutely can here, yeah.
Cervantes on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick away. It is good. So 2:58 left here in the third quarter. Leopards add to their lead, leading in this one 21-0. We'll be back.
Hi, this is State Representative Rick McClure. Over the years, it's been a joy to cheer on the Leopards with their winning traditions. It's also good to know that our students are in the great hands of a committed, hard-working staff of Malvern School District. We wish the best for all of our Leopard sports and all the activities this school year. God bless.
At MNB, we know that every customer is different. That's why we provide one-on-one guidance from our lending professionals. Our dedicated team understands the importance of taking that next step, and we offer our customers superior financial products and services. Put the strength and stability of MNB to work for you, with loan structures tailored to help you make sound financial decisions. Come see what banking with a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. Leopards add to their lead, leading in this one 21-0. 2:58 left here in the third quarter. After the quarterback run there by Kyler Wright gets into the end zone. Tavian Clegg, after those few big runs in that series, all the way up to 199 yards for the game.
Hopefully just one more carry necessary to get him over 200.
Kick away for Cervantes, going to be fielded around the 5-yard line and dropped. Now picked up again. Going to get out, looks like over the 20.
I might mark it, just over the 20, maybe
yeah, right
on the 20.
Dragons will take over 1st and 10 from there.
We'll see if Genoa continues to go back to the run. They have had some success running the football, just like anything else. You get some negative plays, and particularly when you have a backup quarterback, you don't want to get behind the chains. Had a penalty that really hurt them. And then as soon as we said that, the quarterback took a massive shot and threw a dime right on the wide receiver's number. So
yeah, he did. Oh. We're going to have a timeout. So Genoa Central uses their first timeout of the half. 2:46 left here in the third quarter. Leopards leading 21-0. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. Leopards leading in this one 21-0. 2:46 left here in the third quarter. Genoa had to use their first timeout of the half, as they are facing a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. They're going to come out with a receiver split to each side, up back off the left, pistol-like formation.
Oh my
goodness! And he is tattooed. Was that the ISO? That was the ISO right there.
I mean, you could hear the contact from here. I mean, that was one of the most vicious hits that we've seen this year. Just absolute tattooed. Those are the kind. He doesn't even have kids yet, but he felt it.
They felt it? Oh, goodness. Twins to each side. Harris back in, looking to throw. Oh, he loses the ball. Ball's out. It's still loose.
And I think we got on it in the end zone.
Leopards score. There's a flag.
No, they threw the marker where he fumbled.
The beanbag.
Who picked it up? Was it Jones that recovered it?
Looks like it might have been.
Boy, I'll tell you what, we picked this one good, didn't we?
Elijah Jones showing out for the 4Bs.
Yeah.
ISO player of the week.
Your 4B property. ISO player of the game, coming up big here on this drive with a big hit. Then a fumble recovery in the end zone.
High snap, but fielded kick is away, and it is good. So Cervantes adds 2. Make it 28-0 Leopards. 1:57 left here in the third quarter. We'll be back after this.
LifePoint Church is a church where people from all types of backgrounds and generations come together to love God, inspire others, foster faith, and enjoy life. Join us on Sunday mornings at 10:30 for worship and encouraging messages. On Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30, we have different programs for kids of all ages, 3 through 12th grade. LifePoint Church is located at 25741 Highway 67 in Malvern next to Arbor Oaks. For more information, go to our website, lifepointmalvern.org, or on social media at LifePointMalvern.
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. Leopards leading in this one 28-0, and 1:57 left here in the third quarter. After a big defensive touchdown, Harris comes back in, fumbles the ball, and he briefly picked it back up before he was hit and fumbled again, and then our isolated player of the game, Johnny on the spot, dives on it in the end zone for the touchdown. Cervantes' kick is away. This one's going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line, up over the 10, 15, trying to get to the outside.
He got it there.
And he is going to be drug out. We'll see where they mark him. Around the 21, it looks like.
Yeah, he took a shot as well. I think that was Henry Ivey again with the tackle on the far sideline.
Having a big night on special teams. They got to be special, Ben.
They do. And in fact, he's going back out there to play some linebacker. You hit people in special teams, they're going to see what you do when they put their 11 out there on defense.
So we'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons from the 21-yard line. Wallace back in at quarterback. He's going to give up the middle. Not a lot there. Looks like they might even lose a yard back to the 20.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably going to be a tall order for Genoa anyway, but now you're down 28. Starting quarterback is nursing a leg over there, probably not to return.
So 2nd and 11 for the Dragons. Twins right, split left, up back off the right as well. Pistol formation. Give up the middle. And going to be dropped in the backfield.
It's Brandon Jackson
again.
And he's limping a little bit.
Braylon Clegg going to come in
and right now it's kind of like the Leopard defense. It's almost kind of like they're like sharks now, and there's chum in the water, and they're just feeling. Now everybody wants a piece of the action. Got a feeding frenzy right now with that front 7. Everybody wants to make a hit. Everybody wants to make a play, and
we went from Dragon Trivia to Shark Week.
That's it.
Sullivan tries to set up a screen, going to be incomplete. Looking for the tunnel screen there.
And even if he'd have caught it, I think there were plenty of Leopards around right there that it was going to be short-lived success, if any. Leopard defense continuing to impress today. You take away 2 or 3 plays, and this defense has put in quite the performance today.
Delamar and Hutch back deep to receive for the Leopards. This punt by the Dragons. Punt is away. It's a low one. One bouncing into the hands of Delamar. I'm going to reverse field now, see if he can get to the outside on the left. Unable to do so.
Yeah, that was
briefly exciting.
It was, and give Braylon Clegg some credit right there. It would have been real easy to get a block in the back. And because it's one that if you do block him in the back, you spring it for a long run.
Yeah.
You for a long return, but you can't do that, obviously.
As we saw earlier.
And so to have the discipline to check up and not hit that guy in the back, and unfortunately it caused a big log jam and prevented us from getting the long return, but it's better than starting 10, 15 yards back further than where we are now for sure.
2 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kyler takes the snap, looking to throw. Screen set up, complete. That is Braylon Clegg.
They reward his good decision with a completion there.
That'll do it for the third quarter. Leopards head to the fourth, leading in this one 28-0. We'll be back after this.
The Malvern Daily Record is Hot Spring County's only daily news source. We've covered the county since 1916. With unlimited print and digital access, we keep you connected more with your community. The Daily Record includes area news and happenings, city and county government news, schools, sports, and much more. Stay engaged, informed, and active with a subscription to your local newspaper. It is delivered daily through the post office. To subscribe or advertise, contact us today at 501-337-7523.
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. Start of the fourth quarter, Leopards leading in this one 28-0. Braylon Clegg, the recipient of a screen pass on the last play. Looks like he gained about 6 yards. Make it 2nd and 4.
Of course, if you're the Leopards right here, you want to go ahead and score, get up 35, and run that clock.
Oh, ball's on the ground again. Kyler's able to pick it up, just trying to fight for everything he can get. Still pushing the pile forward. May have got back near the line of scrimmage. Saved any loss there.
And that right there tells you everything you need to know about Kyler Wright, because it would have been real easy just to pick it up, fall on it. But no, Kyler takes a poor snap, picks it up, manages to get a little bit of positivity out of it, doesn't just go down, fights for every inch.
Third down, here's a snap, gonna pull it himself, keep it off the left side. Powers forward for a Leopard first down.
And then he turns around and trucks a linebacker on the next play. I mean, there's a leadership characteristic, a leadership gene, and he's got it.
So we'll be 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Ball sitting inside the Dragon 30-yard line. Around the 27, it looks. So they're going to come to the line with trips left, split right. Clegg going to line up to the left of Kyler. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Kyler looking for Braylon Clegg deep into the end zone. Incomplete.
You like the matchup, had one-on-one coverage on the outside.
It's one of those, it's just kind of...
Well, you threw it in a place where if anybody was going to catch it, it was going to be your guy.
Yeah.
And if the other guy caught it, he was going to carry himself out of bounds.
So we'll be 2nd and 10. Twins right, split left. Here's the snap. Give up the middle.
I believe that's Turtle, huh?
No, that's KD Shields, I believe.
Oh, my goodness.
KD absolutely lowered the boom on somebody. Zach Deaton.
And that's KD's not a big kid, but he carried a big punch right there.
Got Brad Sailing in the backfield as well. Give is going to go to Sailing. Bounces off a couple of guys. Powers forward. Should have enough for the Leopard first down.
You know, next year, going to be looking for some talent to start running the football. Janelle's a senior. Jacob's a senior. Clegg obviously a senior.
Delamar? Not running, but
when you start looking for running backs, you're looking at KD Shields, you're looking at Brad Sailing. Going to have some new guys toting the mail next year.
Twins left, split right. Here's the snap. Give to KD. Bounces it out to the left side. Got some room. KD Shields fighting down inside the 5-yard line, it looks like. Should be a 1st and goal situation for the Leopards.
And we're looking at a couple of high contenders for guys that are going to get a lot of carries once the senior class graduates. Elijah Hinton, another one of those seniors graduating. Going to be a lot of carries up for grabs next year.
First and goal for the Leopards. Trips right, split left. Here's the snap. Kyler Wright going to keep it himself. He lowers the boom into the end zone. Touchdown, Malvern.
Good physical drive. You just like that we were able to be the most physical team, block the way we needed to block. Running backs ran the ball extremely hard. Kyler Wright additionally ran the ball extremely hard. Now you just want to make this extra point, get the clock rolling. We got a long trip back to Malvern. The quicker we can get this clock down, the better.
Cervantes on for the point after. Kick is away. And it is good. So 35-0 Leopards, 9:52 left here in the ball game. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back here to Genoa Central. Leopards leading in this one 35-0 with 9:52 left here in the ball game. Alan Cervantes has the ball teed up for the Leopards. His string of touchbacks has kind of slowed, but the field position has been about the same either way. Kick is away. This one's going to be fielded. Up over the 15, and
wow. Well, I'm going to tell you, the kick coverage unit has been really, really good for the Leopards. You got
Morley and Ivy, I think, is on that one.
You got really, really good distance on the kick, placing it right around the 2 or the 3, really consistently getting enough hang time for that coverage unit to get down there, and they've done a good job of tackling, shedding blocks.
So 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Looks like that's at the Dragon 20-yard line. Here's the snap, fakes the give. Sullivan going to keep it himself out on the right side. His room runs out pretty quickly, as I believe that's Pinkston on the stop.
I'm starting to see really some bright days ahead. We've particularly on defense, we've mentioned a number of sophomores.
17 tackles for loss tonight.
17 tackles for a loss. Goes back to controlling the line of scrimmage like Ben has been harping on all night. Sullivan takes the snap, give up the middle. Able to break through the first level. Looks like he's going to get up to around the 26. Make it about a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, big pile up there. Looked like Elijah Jones had a hold of him, and might have been Hathcock that came in with some fury to bring them all down to the ground, and setting up about a 3rd and 3 for the Leopard defense.
Here's a snap, give up the middle. Going to find enough room, probably going to have enough for the first down here. 7:35 and counting left in the ball game. Again, sportsmanship rule is in effect, so it is running clock, as the Leopards are up 35-0 in this one. Sullivan sends a man in motion. Now here's the snap, pitch out to the back, Adams. And he is going to be dropped for the 18th for a tackle for a loss.
That's right.
That Pinkston again?
I believe so. Happened on that far sideline over there.
Loss of about 4, make it 2nd and 14. Twins right, split left. Pistol-like formation. Low snap, fielded by Sullivan, just looking to take off with it. Reverses field back to the right. And he's going to be dropped. We'll see what the yardage was. Kind of tough to tell from our angle. Regardless, it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, I believe that might have been Tavon Avington, number 17. Got another sophomore out there. Getting some experience, conference play. Sophomore Ethan Petty on that interior line as well.
Looks like we got a timeout.
Gonna got a timeout, but really like to see so many sophomores getting in right here, because you're going to be counting on these guys over the next couple of years. And some of them you're going to be counting on to be starters, maybe even as early as next year.
Oh, yeah.
Big senior class.
Yeah, big senior class. Senior class that's had a lot of success. You know, this is a football team that's coming off of season, what was it, 10 wins, 2 losses, or
right,
somewhere around that?
I believe some of these cats played up on the team that won the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So when they were 9th graders,
yeah,
some of them got pulled up.
But you know, your only losses last year were the 2 teams who played in the state championship game. So I mean, you gotta like where we were last year, and still, you know, striving for that this year as well. So 3rd and 14, Sullivan takes the snap, quick throw out, complete. Looks like he's going to be pushed out of bounds, well short of the first down.
And I think the big takeaway when you come away out of this game and going back over the last 2 or 3, if you can just get the turnover numbers under control, you have an opportunity maybe to be better than people kind of anticipate coming out of 2 losses against Glen Rose and Stuttgart.
Yeah.
You take care of the football, you can make some noise in conference, and then it's all about matchups in the playoffs.
Genoa on to punt the ball away on this 4th and 9. Punt is away. Pretty good one. Bounce and
that was not our best decision right there.
No, tried to field it late with a guy on him and ends up dropping it. Will be a first down for the Dragons.
And especially when you're ahead by 35, and you want to limit your mistakes. And I tell you, who's probably not happy at all is probably the defensive coordinator. You've got a shutout in the works, and you give the other team the ball just on a silver platter.
4 minutes left in the ball game. Leopards leading 35-0. Twins left, split right.
35.
Sullivan takes the snap, give to Adams up the middle. He's going to power forward for a short gain. Look like Andrew DeVore on the tackle there.
Going to keep the substitutions coming.
Yeah, Davis Black on for the Leopards.
Got the Genoa coaches out on the field. I don't know if we got an injury. They're trying to get somebody off the field. And
it was looking like Braden Adams.
They stopped the clock on us too, I guess, for the injury timeout. I didn't notice that they had stopped the clock. There's not many reasons to stop the clock once the sportsmanship rule is in effect. Injury timeout's one of them. Change of possession and a timeout.
Clock is running again. Twins to each side. Twins right, split left. My apologies. pistol formation. Give to the back, trying to go off the left side, and he is hurricane tackled.
That's KD, I believe.
Yeah.
You're seeing some quality work on both sides of the ball. It's KD Shields.
Rylan Page on the carry for the Dragons.
It looked like Genoa had something going there for a minute, and KD wrapped him up and got him spun around and on the ground.
Emphasis on the spun around. So we'll be a 3rd and 10 for the Dragons. Twins to each side. Sullivan now sends a man in motion. Rolling to his left. Got it complete out there. Trying to fight forward is his target, Zach Deaton.
He got close. He's going to make it a much more manageable 4th down than they had.
Yep. Call it 4th and either a long 3 or short 4. Depending on if you're a glass half full or half empty kind of guy.
I believe we've got a 58 in the game, but we don't have a 58 on the roster. So.
Sure it's not 68?
Maybe. I thought it was 58. I thought 68 was already on the field when he came.
Well, give up the middle. We'll see where they mark it.
That's going to be way short.
Yep.
Defense holds again.
Minute 30. We're probably looking at maybe 1 kneel down.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen. And much cleaner second half for the Leopards than the first half.
So we'll be 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Looks like Pinkston in at quarterback. Here's the snap. Give up the middle. I believe that was Sailing on the carry. Going to pick up about 4 there on 1st down.
Home.
42 seconds and counting left in this one, so probably one more play will do it. Back to each side of Pinkston. Twins right, split left. Give up the middle. Goes to Solomon Tony.
That should do it.
Yep, clock counting inside of 20. We want to thank you for listening in tonight as we made the long trip down here to Genoa Central and watched the Leopards pick up their first conference win of the year, winning in this one 35-0. We hope you can join us at home next week and support these kids live and in person as they take on the Harmony Grove Cardinals. But if not, as always, we will bring you the action live right here on YouTube, and we would love for you to listen in and continue to support our program and these kids that work so hard to represent our community.
Yep, got a big ball game next week. Harmony Grove is going to come right at you. Hopefully we can take this physicality and bring it back home. We're going to need it next week.
Going to need it. So for Ben Dial, I'm Seth Roberts. We thank you. Hope you have a great weekend. Beat the Golden Domers, and as always, stay classy.